Okay, hello. So I just got through spending all the currency I had. Grabbed this for 3 divs, and yeah, I've bought 3 of these with dexterity mana, and I was looking for an empty spot that maybe I can slam something on it that's useful. Let's just do that. Boom. Damage with swords, worthless. Desk effect duration, something. Fire and cold res. Now that's something. That's something good. Okay. So that's already a good thing. Okay. So we have these sets now, the 8.6. I had these random jewels in instead of these four. Either dexterity or mana roll. So now if this goes in here, up 10k. This goes in here. This goes in here. And that goes up here. So now we have almost 11. One thing that I wanna kind of fix somehow is this, that now I have equal. Now I have equal on both, which is fine, but it was kind of nice that I could have the shock immunity from the belt. So I'm looking to see if I can somehow just get like 1 point of int, if I can just tweak something that way, but I don't see anywhere. So I would preferably want it on a jewel, right? So I could see like one of the dexterity and int jewels could. Yeah, so I think I should try to regold that. Oh man, I have 2 chaos and dream. Oh well, let's see. Okay, I want to see if I can do this and then
Oh, good. More work. Could really
and
use
then I
more
go through the
items to
other stuff,
disenchant.
what
At the
changed.
moment, we're idle.
Yeah, don't worry about King's March. I haven't really upgraded it properly.
We are down
I
to
got this
half
up
our
to
dinar
10 and then I
reserves.
realized, oh, it has an 11. And that's very, very expensive. So I just wasted on upgrading. And my population is still 28, so I'm just trying to go like as little as possible. And I'm still sending the two bar 2 bar shipments with very soon bars. And I ended up profiting from that actually. I got a power rune, and sometimes so like the power rune is the big one, but sometimes I get like a better scarab. I got an ambush of containment. That was like a bigger one. Sometimes I got a few horn scarabs of awakening. I think the one that gives you the infused crafting option on the map device. That was like 60 div a pop. So for now, I'm just sending to and then logging out and then log back when it's done and then send again. And that's basically my shipment so far.
Oh.
So here I'll just try to grab two. I have 2 regals and a dream. Really? Yeah, I have 3. Okay, let's see if one of these can actually hit mana. Dex and so yeah, I want these two. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. So I think now I lose a little bit of dex somewhere. So I think for now, until I find a better way to the difference. Okay, not that. It's a bit awkward. X mana. Maybe that. Okay, I mean I do lose a bit of life and mana. This will do for now because now I have the intelligence ahead of strength that gives me the shock immunity. So I think for now this is fine. I lose like 30 mana and like 3 life. I think that's okay. And as for the tree, nothing special because I don't have a high enough level yet, so I can't do anything interesting. These are just, with the healthy mind, these are like 10% mana each. So until I get the cluster, which I didn't get the cluster yet because one, I don't know. It feels I don't know if it's like too expensive or anything. It's 2.3 divines, the ones that are actually usable, like the ones that have three notables. So like, as you know, right? You want the three notable because then you can have 5 points and then you can reach the two jewel socket. So like you have one in the middle and that's a small node, and then you have one notable here, and then you have the jewel sockets right after that. And for that to happen, you need three notables on the cluster jewel. Because if it only has two, then the travel is different, and then you have to spend more points, and I can't buy those because I obviously I don't really have points. So ideally, right, like once I level up, it would like one cluster here, one cluster up here, and then I would rearrange the points a little bit. But I think for now, like this is actually the tree that I just have to play the game with, pretty much. As for the gear, I still have this like this video hail. If I can, later get a better old video hail, and that's again a lot of mana. This I got I think for like 50C, but without the lightning, and obviously it would be great if I had a broadhead base with the 10% attack speed, because that obviously gets multiplied by video hail, and that would be again great. A lot of attack speed, and then if you also have the attack speed as a mod on the item, that would be like what, like 10, 15, and that also gets multiplied with the hail. Obviously, that would basically solve my attack speed issues or spending, but this is what it is. Like I just found this and then I slammed tier one lightning on it, and I basically called it a day. I crafted the mana on it, and that's pretty much it. Because now I have the three additional projectiles there. Glove is the same. I was looking for a curse on hit and feebled, but that was like what, 8-9 divines. So I'm like, okay, no, I can't afford that. I could and probably should soon-ish look for a better coil with a better percent. But I think this is what I have for now. I got the Garukans. I bought it unidentified. I was like basically gambling on the rolls. Kind of low rolled on the dexterity, but it is a pretty good evasion roll. A pretty good base percentage. So that's like a good chunk of evasion. I don't know when I can swap from Grace to Haste, because like here was like 8-6. Yeah,
Yes. Yes, that is a
as a
plausible
Grace is like a
reason to
very
speak to
very
Isla.
sizable chunk of my defenses. As for the resistances, we have what? Okay, I mean this went up now because of the slam on the jewel. I was like barely balanced there. So now I have like a little bit of overhead, which is nice. This one is just regular instant life flask with the bleed corrupted blood immunity. I just used instilling on these until I got something that is like workable. And like this one was, yeah, this is fine. This one I got from earlier from the Atziri, that one run. This one is like, yeah. So basically I just run around and then when I use Arcane Cloak, that's when I use the Promise, because that's usually when I need the leech anyway. So yeah, that's fine for now. I think links are just the usual suspects here. I 5 linked the Widow Hail just so I can add back the Culling Strike here, so I have Frenzy for the upkeep. Cause I don't like Blood Rage much, especially because like Blood Rage would mess with me also a little bit because it takes it from the mana. Because when I ascended, like I got the last lab, I've heard conflicting things about this because from what I've seen with what happened to Connor, right? Like he took it and then he died to corrupted blood, and then he was wondering if there is some, you know, shenanigans with the conversion because, right, you have the mana taken thing, right? You have the mind over there, damage taken from mana, and then you have 100% heal, so then you would have 140%, and then you might just take more damage. But personally, what I feel is that I feel like once I took this, I got to the point where I don't feel awful
Local.
playing the game anymore. Yes, like here nothing spectacular this time, but it's quick, so I can just go here, go here, two, go,
I'll give him the word.
and then again two, go. Don't worry
They're
about it.
on their way.
So these are the shipments that I was basically doing.
Just a little tighter.
But yeah,
Oops.
now I don't feel awful about playing the game anymore because I don't fall over to everything. Like I still have to sometimes avoid some things, but not as bad, not as bad.
Hello. Exile?
Okay, I don't know if I've missed anything, but I think as a showcase, I'll go and try to do some map completion, which I am not, as you can see, I haven't really done anything, so I'm not really pushing it or anything. Okay, maybe this 10 could be. Fizz Reflect, I don't really do Fizz damage, that should be fine. Vulnerability, grinds, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. And here I swapped. Okay, might as well. Here I swapped from the expedition thing because it was kind of a pain. I basically just searched for breach and just put all the breaches into the idle slot. And then I had one free, so I just threw in the trade embargo to go the other way. So I don't see any expedition because honestly, I did not really get anything from expedition. Like I did a few, and then I go to the vendor and I look around and see like, oh, there's nothing good that I can actually get with these. Okay, so I'll just hop in, do the map, and that's it. Pretty much. Yeah, vulnerability can be a bit rough. So yeah, basically I just run around. I end up not really using the blink arrow all that much. I want to see and wait to get to the point where I actually have to play against actual monsters, because like, so far these packs are not really uh, representative of anything. Monsters cannot be leashed from. Yeah, okay, thanks, bye. Okay, not doing that. So yeah, now I basically have breaches in the maps, and then I have abyss. I think I have like 100% over 100% chance of an abyss. So I just do
I'm not
that,
up to that
but
just
I
yet.
don't really I don't really expect to find anything from there. To be honest, at least until now I haven't not found anything. Shrine is always nice. Gotta be careful with the corrupting blood. Like I don't pay attention, right? It wipes out all my mana and then suddenly I die because I can't do any damage. So yes, like this is the problem that I have right now. Like even though I have all these breaches in the map, they are really short, like time-wise, duration-wise. So I basically by the time I start doing it, it's already over. So if I wanna like do this hot even more like properly, I should probably look for an idol. Surely there are idols that like make duration longer. I mean, at least I hope. Yeah, see, like it doesn't even. Honestly, like at this point, like in these lower tiers, right, there's a bunch of things that don't really matter, right? Like those jewels, if those were like item level 84 or above, then those could matter because then that would be what you would craft on. Or like for example, you do the poison thing, right? Like poison SRS or poison holy relic, and then you would go for eye level 84 ghastly jewel and then look for the minion poison on hit stuff. But yeah, like on this low tier of map, it's not really that. Like while I run around in the map, I'm just gonna talk about experiences with starting this build so far. Like I'm not saying that I do not have like a tiny bit of regret because it does feel like there are a bunch of different builds, right, that can have an easier time starting out, or like with the same amount of currency they can become a lot stronger in the earlier stages. So like basically, aside from looking at the POBs, I was just started and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna get through it, and then I did look at eventually. Yesterday I looked at the progression video that Connor did, and I look at the gear and like, okay, yeah, sure. And then every gear is what many divines. I mean that is not that's not a problem in itself, right? It just depends on how good you are on making currency. And I know like if I engaged in trade more, like I don't really have anything basically that is in the stash that I'm selling. Like I know that there's like a lot of money to be made, but I basically did not engage with it. I sold like 2 things. I'm not even exaggerating. I sold 2 things from my tab. I got a 7 league step, sold for 50C, and that was the breach helmet. Yeah, I sold for 2 div, and then nothing else from that there. Not because it doesn't sell, but because I'm not listing anything. So yeah, that's just how it is. Like I know that there is money to be made for sure. I just don't really enjoy engaging in it as much. So like basically anything that I get currency wise, I just do it on the currency exchange. As I said earlier, I get those random scarabs, and then every once in a while I look through it and then just try to exchange all of that to chaos. And that's pretty much it. And this is like the kind of the right time for me to make the video.
That would only
It's
slow me
like
down.
sort of progression video. Because I think I'm getting about just about to the state where I'm like, yeah, this is my build for, I don't know if I should say foreseeable future, but I think like this is me, like this is it for now. I think this thing that I took, I don't need it anymore because I only needed it until the healthy mind, because then it turns all this life into mana, which means my life goes down, so I don't need this anymore. I took it temporarily. Took this bow mastery, so I have enough accuracy for precise technique. Now I think I can respect that, and I'm wondering if changes the DPS. Hmm. Never mind. I guess I was wrong. I can't spec out of it. I actually don't have enough. 3172 versus 3. Okay, I'm specking back into it. It's fine. All right. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's like 1 point. And then what I would, you would replace it with increases in reductions to projectile speed. But I mean, I don't really see any mod that I have that would give you projectile speed. So that's maybe something that you would do, I guess, if you have, I don't know, projectile speed on your quiver, then it just multiplies by this, and then you get a bunch of damage. But yeah, like this is what I have now. So yeah, okay, never mind. No specking out of that one. So yeah, this is basically my build. And then from here is just getting levels, completing Atlas, and once I have enough points, I can do the cluster. And then once that's done, I think I just have to grit my teeth and then just either farm enough currency so I can afford the indigon, or or be strong enough that I can farm the boss itself, and then try to get indigon that way. Like these are my two options. But yeah, so I don't know. And then obviously do like minor upgrades along the way whenever it makes sense. So yeah, I'm like 900-ish austerity because here it's crafted, here it's 30, here it's like the amulet is quite weak. Like I said, it was 5C, so definitely can get a better one. And then all the rest is basically just, yeah, better percent coil. This it is what it is. 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 I don't really see myself getting a better quiver for quite a bit, because then I lose the resistances from there as well. And this is nice. Like it's very nice to have the lightning and chaos there, and that gets multiplied. That means like I already have 23, and then if I have the flask up, 61 chaos res. That's pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, from me just level, 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 and yeah, that's pretty much it. But I feel I'm starting to feel fine-ish with the build, but there are definitely builds that have an easier start. On this one, this Ascendance in particular, I see people really like the kinetic blast gameplay stuff, but honestly, the worry that I had about the kinetic blast is that my PC would suffer because of all the explosions. I'm not sure how. how that is, if that would actually be an issue or not. But if this wasn't an event, if this was an actual league start, right, with challenges and everything, I do not think that I would start a risky build like this. I mean, it's risky because of the item acquisition can be a bit harder, and like covering these, like I have this one, which is again not great. Dexterity is low, mana is low, and it's corrupted, so I can't do the Eldritch and Exarch stuff. The Icors, I can't give stuff here. There are some pretty good mods that you could take here, but I grabbed this. What was it, like 50, 60, 70 C maybe? I don't know. But I mean, it has huge res. It has a little bit of mana, a bit of dex, bit of life. Six link. I mean, I think that's fine. So again, probably not something that I'm replacing anytime soon. Yeah. So this is where I'm at right now. And then I don't think it's really necessary to do all the daily progress stuff anymore. One, because I'm not playing enough for it to be warranted, and two, I don't, like I said, I'm not really gonna get huge improvements until basically indigon. And as you can see, that is quite quite a bit away. I'm not just getting to like the tier 10-ish area, like the completions, and then all the reds are coming up still. All right, I think I've yapped enough already. This is where I'm at right now. It's not too bad. All right, bye bye.